Hey, 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 it is the Bone Crusher Show Special Edition, Saturday night, special guest live via satellite from the ATL, from parts unknown, height unknown, weight unknown, the albino. I'm getting
I'm
choked
right
up.
here.
A-Bomb is in the house.
I'm right here. It's so good to be on your show tonight. I cannot wait to get this thing started. What do you have for us?
A-Bomb has never pulled his pants down in front of a school bus. That has
Hmm.
never happened. Hey, some quick questions. I've been thinking, how long can someone go before taking a shower? Like, I could say, hey, I shower every day, but like, I could shower at 12:01 a.m. one day and not shower again until 11:58 p.m. the next day, and still be showering every day. Let's say typical spring or fall weather. Is that too long to wait between showers?
No, I there have been plenty of weekends where I don't shower from Friday to Sunday and sometimes Monday. It has happened before. I don't like to do that normally, but it has happened. I can go a day or two without a shower. What is that? The Mitchum report? Anybody remembers that deodorant from back in the day?
You
What
disgusting bastard. Yeah, Mitchum, you could skip a day.
so effective you can skip a day. Absolutely, and I'm right behind that statement.
You fucking dirty hippie. You dirty hippie. Yeah, I think 36 hours is probably, you know, maybe if you're in staying in your apartment all weekend, like maybe you were probably doing these. You're not out there throwing elbows at the Walmart.
Right, but yeah, if I'm out there on the beach like you are and I'm running the metal detector up and down the beach, I'm probably going to wear a little bit of extra Mitchum that weekend. You're right.
Work up a sweat with a metal detector. Is that part of your retirement plan? And you seem lately, last year or so, very fascinated with the whole metal detector scene. And in fact, there's a great, really dry British show called Detectorists about a group of metal detector guys. They're in a club. They have meetings. They're out there doing big things.
I was not aware of that, but
That excites
uh
you, doesn't
as yeah, I mean, Jim Rome has his bit about the metal detector guy. I was on Panama City Beach a couple of years ago on a Monday morning, and I go out there and look out, and sure enough, there's a dude with the flying saucer on the rake doing the metal detector bit, trying to pull a ring out of Panama City Beach. I've seen it live, and it's hilarious.
It's nothing but a metal detector on a rake, or a flying saucer on a rake.
Right.
Uh, that's a good one. Good one. Another question I had for A Bomb, and coming up on the show, A Bomb's got a rant for our friends at Georgia Power. They've just made a powerless enemy.
Okay. We'll
But
get into that later on. Absolutely. A little customer no service issue with Georgia Power. That's coming up later.
as the husband of a nurse and the brother of a dentist, does
Hmm.
that give me more medical knowledge? Would you come to me maybe, before, like to kick off your screening process, or maybe just a casual question before you went to somebody else? Does that give me more credentials?
Well, okay, possibly. Does this have to do anything with the coronavirus?
No, it doesn't. But since you brought that up, and I told you this yesterday, my brother's ex-wife and her mother are on the Grand Princess. They have been quarantined. This ship is 50 miles off the coast of California, San Francisco, and 21 people have been confirmed with the coronavirus. So,
Is her name Jane, by the way?
well, since the story has gone public on 13 WMAZ, I will
Yes,
confirm that. Yeah, you may have seen that story.
I did see that
Yeah.
story.
And I'm kind of concerned about putting yourself out there like that because there's a lot of people freaking out. You could become a target of some sorts if people that got out. They might do some drive-bys or something.
Right, and we'll talk about that. There is a toilet paper shortage in the world, and this is a direct result of the entire coronavirus story. So we're going to get to that in just a bit. But what were we focusing on right now?
My
Let's
credentials as a medical
okay.
expert,
Okay, right. Great
right?
question. And so I have a coworker, I work with a colleague whose wife is a big time registered nurse at, I want to say
Grady
it's one of
Memorial
the
Hospital.
it's one of the big children's hospitals in Atlanta. Eggleston, if that sounds familiar to you, Eggleston
Yeah.
Hospital or Children's in Atlanta. Anyway, what I'm getting from my coworker who's married to this nurse and this registered nurse, and she's high up, by the way, on the scale there. She's not doing nursing duties anymore. She's like an administrator now.
She's
She's
not
not
cleaning
worried about this.
bedpans.
As of yesterday, and I
Okay.
quizzed him on this a couple of times just to make sure I was understanding this right. She is not concerned about the latest coronavirus.
Huh. Interesting. Why not? Is it just being? Does she say it's being blown out of proportion, or?
Apparently so.
Hmm.
Again, this is a fluid situation. This information I'm giving you is over 24 hours old. So things can change quickly in this latest environment. But as of yesterday, she was not concerned.
Well, billions and billions of dollars has been appropriated by our government in D.C. to defend us against coronavirus. Several states have declared emergencies. I mean, that seems like a pretty drastic reaction. They wouldn't necessarily be having reactions and buying a lot of toilet paper based on the media. Wouldn't they have their own internal resources and scientists and medical experts to guide them?
I would think so. But again, I'm just reporting from the ground here on Duluth, Georgia, here in Duluth, Georgia.
Ground
And
zero.
so far here in Georgia, and by the way, there were, I believe, 2 or 3 additional confirmations of the coronavirus positive here in Georgia, which brings the total up to around 10 or so. That is like the latest estimate. There are approximately 10 positive coronavirus victims here in the state of Georgia. That is as of earlier today. And from what I understand, you can confirm this. I understand there are 2 or 3 cases confirmed in the state of Florida.
That may be true. I don't remember about the state of Florida.
Okay, well, I do want to say once again, there are toilet paper shortages that are starting to show up here in Georgia. It's been a global problem for the last couple of weeks. Apparently, a lot of people think that toilet paper is going to help them make a makeshift mask in the event that there are no masks available. I guess you can wrap a roll of toilet paper around your head and you can achieve like a makeshift mask. That's a big
Okay.
part of it.
Well, this would be a good question for producer Beth, and and before I ask her, I'm going to answer to use my pseudo medical knowledge to say that toilet paper. Producer Beth, what Abom is saying is that people are hoarding the toilet paper so they can make a makeshift coronavirus mask in the event of a epidemic reaching
Hmm.
them. I'm going to say that's not going to work because producer Beth agrees that does not work.
There's a particular
Yeah.
mask. It's called particulate mask.
Yeah, it has to be a
Instead of
particulate
white,
mask.
this is a particular mask.
Yeah. So
I'm
any old
listening.
mask
I'm
would
hearing
do.
what she's saying. A
Yeah.
particulate
I
mask.
got to get her a
Appar-
microphone. Yeah. That's a.
Apparently, the toilet paper, the holes in the toilet paper are too big to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. But there are still plenty of folks from around the world that do not
It's the one
realize
that they
this.
use for.
Well, so what's that, producer Beth?
It's the one that they use for. What do you call that? That when you cough.
Well, we'll check in with more on producer Beth on that shortly. She's going to be
Okay.
researching that important topic, and And then now that you mentioned the toilet paper shortage. I was at the Winn-Dixie tonight, and things didn't seem quite right. There was plenty of toilet paper, but in my budget, I could only get the single rolls. I usually get like the dollar 4 packs, that kind of thing, and none of those were available. But I didn't think about it, and I did.
Okay, well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Right. So, in your case, you did not face a toilet paper shortage, but what about disinfectant wipes and hand sanitizer?
I've seen people hoarding them, but I haven't myself tried to make that purchase, so I don't know the product levels available.
Well, there's no hand sanitizer available in the metro Atlanta area, and it's going for 40, $50 on eBay right now.
Well, eBay has just, I guess, in the last couple days, shut down people doing these coronavirus emergency care packages of Lysol and hand sanitizers and those wipes. So eBay has put an end to that.
Yeah, good on eBay for recognizing and shutting that activity down.
Well, as we mentioned earlier, A-bomb is now a powerless enemy against the omnipresent Georgia Power Company. It's another
Yes.
oppressive day under the ruling of the power company.
So I will talk about Georgia Power for just a moment. Um, and so here's something I did recently. And I don't recommend anybody ever tries this. It was the worst mistake of my life. I did something that I never should have, and that is I tried to set up a monthly automatic payment to Georgia Power, to my power company.
Oh,
I had never tried to set up a monthly bank draft before. In fact, I wanted to set this up through my debit card, but I was not able to do that. So the next best choice was to try to set up an automatic bank draft from my checking account. So you enter your account number and your routing number. Apparently, I fat fingered a number or whatever, and I got something wrong there. So they charged me $30 right off the rip for what they call unable to locate account, which means, and I know this from my personal job, it means that you've entered an incorrect account and or routing number. So I called them
hmm.
up. They had charged me $30 and they agreed to waive that charge. Okay, great.
Seems
So
like
the
an
next
unfair
month,
charge to begin with. Why should they
pardon, say
charge?
that one more time.
It seems like an unfair charge to begin with. Why would they charge you $30 just because of that? What different?
Exactly. They should have never done that. And at the company I work for, Primerica, we have that happen all the time. It happens on a regular basis. Unable to locate account. We never charge any of our clients for that fee. Okay. So, but anyway, Georgia Power decided to charge me for that fee. So I called them up and bitched about it, and they ended up waiving that fee. They canceled it out. But the very next month, the same damn thing happened again. Okay? Same damn thing. And so I called them up again. And this time they refuse to remove that $30 charge. And it really pisses me off. They should have never charged me a second time for that. They should automatically remove whatever that information was. But when I asked for an explanation, they were like, "Oh, you were supposed to go in there and remove the auto pay and whatever bullshit reason," and they refused to remove that $30 charge.
Well, we're gonna get the word out. We're gonna let the
Please
people
do.
know that
And
this.
I did hit them up on Twitter. So far, I've not gotten a response from them. But next time they post something on Facebook, I'm gonna hop in there on whatever comments that people are making and give my opinion on Facebook. Hopefully, that will get the message to them.
Well, good looking. As Clark Howard recommended when you're wrestling with customer no service, one tactic folks, is to make a YouTube video, kind of like we're doing now. Maybe we'll just get you a clip of this, and you can post that on your channel, and
Please
tag
do.
Georgia Power, and see if that can help you out. I had some positive experience with that when I was stuck in cell phone limbo land. I was getting a government subsidized phone, and there's 2 companies, and one couldn't figure out who was supposed to send it. And when I made that YouTube video, a lot of these companies' employees actually found it and were just saying the most horrible things to me, how they would laugh at their customers that call them, the people, the poor, marginalized, and the lazy, So somebody in a powerful position reached out and took care of that. So, but then again, I did that on USAA, and it got me nowhere as well. USAA they just assume, say whatever, say all you want. We don't really even care. You couldn't talk to a manager. There's no resolution. But keep us posted.
That bites.
From hell's
I'm looking
heart,
at
I
something.
stab at thee. You should write that on their Facebook page. From hell's heart, I stab at thee. With my last breath, I spit at thee.
Listen, I want to wish the best to all of our Houston County folks who were on that doomed cruise ship.
Doomed. Well, according to your buddy's nurse wife, we were, I would say if it gets out of hand, the ship never docks. You just don't let them in. They're gonna have to live out the rest of their natural lives.
Right, and here's what sucks about it. There's people on that boat who have medical needs, who have like diabetes drugs that they need, or blood pressure medication that they need.
Drug
and
habits.
actually,
Yeah.
there are helicopters from America coming out there and making deliveries to this ship that's docked like 20 miles off the coast of San Francisco. But they're going to have to stay out there for a considerable amount of time.
Should we shoot a missile at the ship and sink it? Should we blow it up?
Right, exactly. That brings up another point. What if they kind of tell the ship to go back out to sea, then send a military rescue ship over there, and then it accidentally fires a torpedo right at it and sinks the Love Boat?
Anybody got any Bernie Capel jokes? The guy who played Doc on Love Boat.
He was the ultimate bedside manner doctor.
I don't think he would handle the coronavirus very well. I don't think, if it's anything like the Love Boat, these people got one doctor for 3,500 people who is not
God,
great bedside manner. You're right. You're gonna come out of that room, even if you're about to die, you're gonna be feeling pretty good. You're gonna go see Isaac over at the Tiki Bar and
the bartender on the Pacific Princess.
Bernie Capel, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, brother. Well, listen, it was great talking to you. Hope everything works out. And I look forward to seeing this video being posted on YouTube really soon.
That is exciting. All right. Hey, Bomb.
Peace.
Our moderator at large, thank you for joining us on the Bone Crusher Show. For producer Beth, who says toilet paper masks are not going to help you against the coronavirus unless they're used. Then you're in business. All right, well, peace out. Saturday night. Go Braves.